Hey, it's
ShinRobjira.
Hey, my name is Bobby and What's going on there, everybody? I'm ShinRobjira, and today I'm going to be taking a look at the Diamond Select Godzilla 1991. What is this called? Gallery Diorama. So this hulking massive vinyl is exactly what you'd expect from Diamond Select, but clearly with a few upgrades. As someone who's picked up the Diamond Select vinyl banks, I really have to gush over the level of detail on this thing. The teeth are worn and sharp, the tongue is perfectly shaded and glossed, the claws, while dull, are sharp and clawly. The gums aren't just smears on the teeth like some motherfuckers. And the eyes are fierce and intimidating as all heck. Speaking of intimidation, the pose G-Boy is in here is just, perfect and powerful and just leaking with presence. But before I finish, let's talk about this Sonic Adventure level 1 tier looking water. Ooh. This looks like it tastes good, like sweet, like Baja Blast. The water is clear and this delicious blue that just looks good no matter how the light hits it or how it's angled for all to see is just fantastic. I also just love how you can see air bubbles in this thing. This nifty little dock also looks nice and it really adds to the scene Diamond Select tried to capture, and boy does it work. But you know what else works? The ship. They could have just left it at majestic water splashes, but no, they added a dock and a ship getting tossed around like a toy boat in a bathtub. On top of that, the detail on this little dinghy is just, Now that's what I call hits. Before I get to what everyone knows I'm gonna complain about, I really do think Godzilla looks great. The charcoal black and gray mixed for his skin texture is just sublime and really, 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 really well done. And this absolutely sets this thing apart from Diamond Select's vinyl banks, hands down. But these dorsal plates. I don't want to be the broken record that fixed the camel's back here, but they're kind of small, a little too small. They're really small as compared to what they look like in the movie and on other figures. But despite that, I'm posing this thing head on, no backs to the camera, meaning my eyes. So it really doesn't matter, but it does kind of irk me a bit. But it doesn't irk me enough to say that this thing isn't a beautiful piece of Godzilla goodness, because it is. One downside on a release of major upsides, I could care less. Beautiful paint, beautiful sculpting, a beautiful dynamic pose, and tasty looking water. This thing is a yes. Now, this thing does have seams in a few places, but most of the time, I really do forget that they are there. That may be an issue for some, but not for me. Just throwing that out there. Time for that there size comparison. Imperial next week. Rajin soon. Tomy Zoids Chaotic Century / Zoids Guardian Force Zeke / Siege soon. Funko 10-inch Ava Unit 1. Last week's video number 2, NECA Godzilla 1985 retooled version. Bandai King Series Final Climax Shin Godzilla, and ooh, don't look. Yeah, Diamond Select absolutely knocked it out of the park with this thing. I know I'm saying that again, but this thing absolutely blows their vinyl banks away. I know that those things were more of a budgeted release, but even for a budget release, those things were great, but this is fantastic. I can't believe I was gonna sit out on this thing. Thanks for the sale there, Amazon. But no, seriously, Diamond Select absolutely made a believer out of me. I am so ready to get the Ghidorah set that'll attach into this somewhere. I imagine over here, probably. And I look forward to seeing what Diamond Select is going to do with the Godzilla IP next. I would like to see more monsters other than Godzilla and Ghidorah, though, I will say that. Anybody that's been subscribed to this channel for a little bit knows that I've got a hard-on for Megalon, so Megalon, please! But anyway, ShinRobjira, Godzilla 1991 from Diamond Select, part of their Gallery Diorama series. Yes, I will try and pick up Ghidorah as soon as it was released, and until next time, everybody, I will see you all then and there.